Hi there. I'm going to do a little blog every now and again to update people on my brain tumour. A really cheery subject to do a blog about, but I think a lot of people kind of ask me every now and again, how I'm doing and what I've been up to and stuff. And I just think this might be a useful thing to do. So yeah, right. The name of my tumour is this, glioblastoma, and there are about 130 different types of brain tumour. The top of the list is the glioblastoma. That's the most aggressive, untreatable tumour, and of course it's the one which I have because I don't do anything by halves. If I had to get a tumour, this is the one to get. Underneath it says GBM4, which is the really cool kind of slang name in all my support groups and stuff. We say GBM4 sufferer. Who's a GBM4 sufferer? That's just the lingo, the way you say it. And yes, I've had 3 brain operations. I was diagnosed in July 2016, and in the first year I had 3 brain operations. The third one involved putting a tube. So I've got a plastic tube called a shunt, and it comes out of my skull and it's draining through my neck going to my stomach. Not a lot of people knew that, so that's a nice surprise for you. I am bionic. Yes, I've had 3 operations. I did all the chemotherapy and the radiotherapy, but one of the things I wanted to cover today was the difficulty, because when you have a brain tumour you're on chemo and everything, your brain doesn't work properly. So I found the first few months very tough, and one of the things was making decisions, which is really hard for a brain tumour patient. For some reason, the part of your brain which kind of makes the decisions doesn't work. So I remember once, because I had to stay around my mum's house for about a year, and she was cooking me dinner one night because I was on chemotherapy and really tired, I couldn't do anything. So she was making some dinner for me, and she said to me, "Do you want a plate or a bowl?" And I thought, I don't know. My brain just kind of exploded, and so there was that. And then there was another time where a friend took me to a spa day, one of these lovely days where you get your bathrobe and your slippers and stuff. And so I walked up to the desk, and the woman said, for the slippers and the robes and stuff, and there were hundreds of keys on the wall, kind of all numbered, like 1 to 500 or something. And she said to me, "Which 2 keys would you like?" Oh! Don't say that to a brain tumour person. That's terrible. So there's just a couple of really funny things. It's just, so my advice to anybody who's caring for somebody with a brain tumour is do not ask them to make unnecessary thought processes. That's what I found. It just, because there is so much unnecessary processing that we do, which if you have a brain tumour, it's all difficult. It's difficult stuff. So you don't want to decide whether you want a plate or a dish. You don't want to decide what key number you want for your locker. It's just, I found that side of it really hard. I don't think there's anything else to add to that. So yeah, it's really just the making decisions, and every blog I'll cover a different subject, I think. But yeah, it's the making decisions, just that part of your brain. It's just not very strong. I don't know if it's to do with the tumour or if it's to do with the chemotherapy. I don't know, but that part of your brain just doesn't work when you're in that stage of treatment. So yeah, my advice to anyone is, if you're taking care of a brain tumour patient, don't ask them things that you don't have to ask. Just make decisions for them. I don't know if I should say that, but yeah, that's definitely the easier option. Right, okay, that's enough from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.